Welcome to Python Programming Language video tutorials by Shine India Pvt Limited. I am your Posubabu Sir, Technical Quant Logical Reasoning Trainer. In this presentation, I would like to discuss programs on conditional statements. So let us discuss the first program. So without further delay, let's see the problem statement. So this is the problem statement. Now we have to write a program that takes input from the user. So it means you have to read the integer value from the user. And you have to verify that user entered number is an even or odd number. Now let's see some test cases provided here. If you observe here, the first test case, so n is a number which we are reading from the user. So if he has provided with a 10, now we need to verify with this 10 is an even or odd. Clearly, this 10 is an even number. Hence, we got the output as even number. Right? Now, if you see here, the test case number 3, he provided with a negative integer. Now, clearly, this minus 150 is an even number. We got the output as even number. Right? Now, in test case number 4, the user provided n value as 25. Clearly, it is an odd number. Hence, we got the output as odd number. Right? So, I hope everybody is clear. Now, let us discuss various approaches in order to execute this program. Now, to execute this program, so one has to aware how do you verify the given number is an even or odd. So to check the given number is an even or odd, so what we have to do? So let me take one example here. Suppose if I want to check the 24, so is a number whether it is a even or odd. So to check this 24 is an even or not, we are going to divide with a 2. So how many times? 12 times, right? 24. What could be the remainder? So remainder is 0. So if the remainder is 0, then the given number is said to be even, right? Now let me take one more number here. Suppose 27. So to check this 27 is an even number or not, so again you have to divide with a 2, right? So 2 13s, 26. What could be the remainder here? 1. So if remainder is 0, we can say the given number is an even. If the remainder is odd, so the given number is said to be odd number, right? If the remainder is 1, the given number is said to be what? Odd number, right? So here we are focusing on what? Reminders, right? Now, so which operator is giving reminder? So in Python, so which comes under arithmetic operators. So that is modulus operator. So this mod operator returning what? Reminder, right? So let me take one example. Suppose 24 mod 2. So what could be the output it is going to return? So it is going to return 0. So if reminder is 0, what we can say? So the given number 24 is said to be even, right? Now let me take one more example, 27 mod 2. What it is going to return? Reminder as 1. So in this case, when it leaves reminder as 1, the given number is said to be odd number. If it provides a reminder as 0, so we can say the given number is said to be even. So else case, we are getting what? Odd number, right? So using this thing, we are going to uh, execute our program, right? So let me erase this part. Now let us write the approach number 1. Right. So in this approach, first we have to read n value from the user. So what is n value here? So n is integer value we have to read. So for that, you have to write your code as int of input. So we discussed already, right? So if you want to read integer value from the user, so you have to use your code as int of input. So what is input method is doing? So input method is going to save the data which is given by the user in the format of string. Now using explicit typecasting, so we are converting that string format into integer format. For that, I'm using here int method, right? So int method is going to convert so the input values from string format to integer format. So I hope everybody is clear. Now, user entered one value. Now we have to verify that value is an even number or odd number. So for that, I'm going to use conditional statements. So what conditional statements we are using here? If else conditional statements, right? So now let me write here if, and let us write the condition, right? So if I have written here space and I'm writing the condition. So we have to verify this capital N. So mod, so with what number we have to divide here? 2. So now, if this is going to return a reminder as a 0, so let me write. So if it is reminder 0, right? So if this expression provides a reminder, so if that reminder is 0, so if it is 0 equal to 0, then what will happen? So I am going to write here the print statement. Here, once you place colon, so indentation follows, right? So you may leave 4 character spaces or 1 character space, 2 character spaces or 3 character spaces. So, but you should follow uniformly, right? So print off, I'm writing here, even number. So if it is not even number, which means if this condition failed, right? So whatever the statements which are there in else block will be executed, right? So let me write here, print odd number. So I hope everybody is clear with this part. Now let me execute the same thing in my IDE. So let me open my IDE. Here I'm writing, so n is equal to, so int of input. Now you just try to pass, enter the integer value. And then let us write the condition n mod 2. If it is equal to 0, so indentation follows here. So print. So what you have to write? Even number. Right? So if this condition fails, the condition which is there at F, if now we are going to write else. So whatever the statement which is at else will be executed. So odd number. Now let me execute it. So it is asking to enter the integer value. I'm giving 23. So clearly 23 is an odd number, right? So if you're writing 23 here, 23 mod 2, what will happen? It results what? 1. Is it 1 equal to 0? Not really. So since the condition is failed, now control will be coming from second line to what? Fifth line. So the statement which is there at else block will be executed. So I hope everybody is clear. So let me execute it once again. In this case, I'm giving 24. So we are getting output as even number, right? Now let's go back to my presentation part. Now here we have to take the input as like this. So n equal to, I need to get n equal to. So for that, what I'm going to do is instead of writing this message, so I'm writing here capital N equal to, right? Now let us see. So I'm giving here 10. Now you could see even number. So it should be in the same format as given here in the problem statement. So I hope everybody is clear with the approach number 1. Now let's go back to my paint and see approach number 2. So in approach number 2, what I'm going to use, I am going to use here bitwise, bitwise and operator, bitwise and operator. So this is what the operator I'm going to use in order to execute this program. Now, similar way, I'm taking n value from the user. So I have to write int of input, right? So I have read the value from the user. Now let us write the condition. So what is the condition? So I will explain it clearly. So don't bother about it. So n and bitwise and 1. If it is equal to 0, so in this case, I can print even number. So else, so it could be what? Odd number, right? So I hope everybody is clear. Now, let me take one value and apply this operation, right? Now, let me take n value as 23. So we have to get the output as odd number, right? Now, let us see. So first, what we have to do. So whenever we are using bitwise AND operator, so bitwise operators will be working only on only on the operands called what? So bits only, right? So these operators, bitwise operators, works only on binary numbers. Means it should be works only on bits, right? Now, what is the capital N value? So provided by the user, which is 23. Now let's convert 23, which is in decimal system, in terms of what? So binary system, right? So in binary system, I just want to convert 23. Now I have given already the simple way to convert, right? So for that we can write 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, which means what? From left to, so from right to towards left side. So write these numbers from right to where? So towards to your left, right? Now, so in 23, maximum number present over here is 16. So under the 16, write 1. Under the 16, write 1. Now, how much number left? 23 minus 16, 7 left. Now, so in 7, maximum 4 is there, still 3. So 3 can be written as 2 and 1, right? So the conversion is 10111, right? 10111. So this is what an equivalent binary number for decimal value 23. I hope everybody is clear, right? Now let me write here 23 goes to what number? To 10111, right? Now let us write for even 1. So what is the next operand? We have 1. So 1 is in which system? Decimal system. Convert in terms of binary system. So when you convert in terms of binary system, now let me write it here. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Right? So I hope everybody is clear. I hope everybody is clear. Now, so between these two operands, so which operator I have to work? So I have to act here bitwise and. So this operator acts on these two operands. Now, so let us identify the value or result, right? So bitwise and how it is working. So if both the bits are set to 1, so result also 1. In other cases, it becomes what? Zeros, right? So this is what in terms of a binary system converts in terms of a decimal system. It becomes what? 1 in decimal system, right? Now, so 23 and 1 results what? 1, right? So this expression provides the result as 1. Is it 1 equal to 0? Not really. So control coming from here to else block. The statement which is there in else block is odd number. So you will be getting on the screen as odd number. Clearly 23 is what? Odd number, right? So I hope everybody is clear with this approach number 2. Now, let me go back to my IDE and let us copy this one, paste it. Now, a small change over here, that is instead of mod operator, I'm using bitwise and I'm writing here 1. Now, let me execute it. So let me give 23. So it should be odd number, right? So I hope everybody is clear. Let me run once again and give some negative number minus 34. I should get even number, right? So I hope everybody is clear with this explanation part, right? Now let's go back and then, so let us see the approach number 3. So approach number 3. So here I'm going to use shorthand if else. So this we have discussed in my previous presentation. So if you did not understand, you just try to watch that and then come back to this video. Okay. Now in this approach number 3, so what I'm going to do, I'm writing same n is equal to int of input. So using this approach, we can reduce lines of code, right? So you have to write here the print statement, right? So in print statement, so what we have to print even number, right? So when it is going to print even number, if n mod 2, or else you may write this one also, no issue. So I'm writing this one. So n mod 2, if it is equal to 0, right? So else, what you have to print odd number. So in one line, the complete code will be completed, right? Now let us execute this one in my IDE, right? So now I'm going to do some modification in this code itself. So first we have to write this statement over here, right? And then remove this colon, and then you just try to place this one over here and remove this colon, else, right? So now let me erase these two lines. Now execute it. So I'm giving n value as 54. I should get what? Even number. See, I got the result as even number. Whenever this condition is true, so this will be printed. Statement number 1 will be printed, right? So if this condition is false, we will be getting odd number, right? Let me execute it once again. So now I am giving 98765. So it's an odd number. So we got the result as odd number, right? So instead of this condition, you may use bitwise and operator as well, right? So now let me execute it. So I am giving 234. So it is what? Even number, right? Let me execute it once again. So 6,543, it's an odd number. So I hope everybody is clear with these approaches. So if it is clear my video, please like, share, and subscribe. In coming presentation, we are going to discuss one more program on conditional statement. So thanks for watching.